French people usually give close to 3 billion euros every year to charity associations. Last year was a lot less than that. Do we know how much less?
We can say that demands are increasing, but donation are not. And so roughly it's 2.6 billion euros giving by private donors every year. And we noticed this year, in the first semester, a drop of 6.5% in the donation. And the first result for the last campaign of the year are tending to put that number to 10% of drop.
That's a big drop.
What we can say is definitely that it's a big drop. We will have the exact number roughly in March 2019. Charities are very worried on the capacity to maintain their program or the level of beneficiaries of support in 2019. Donations are crucial for NGO sustainability and definitely important in their economic sustainability in 2019.
Now, one of the big reasons for this drop does seem to be the suppression of the wealth tax in France. Explain that to us. Why would that have such a big effect on donations?
It's one of the explanations. Basically, the decrease are worse among small donors and major donors. For major donors, the transformation of our wealth tax basis is a big explanation. You have to know that in France, there are special incentives that invite taxpayers to give to charities to reduce the wealth tax amount. And as the change in the law divided the contributors by 2, charity received far less this year. We noticed a drop of 54% of donation, which is roughly 150 million euros.
That's a huge amount of money coming from the wealthy in France. But even people who have smaller salaries have been hit as well due to the increase in social charges like the CSG. In fact, there are many retired people who've been writing into charities to apologize for not being able to keep giving.
Yeah, it's completely true. The rise of the CSG and pension and the overall feeling in France of having less buying power amongst taxpayers convey a huge drop in smaller donation. And it's true, like many NGOs receive letters of faithful donors saying that this year they don't have the capacity to give. And one more explanation is the overall change in our revenue tax system, because as you know, we just changed our revenue tax system, and there is still many questions and a lot of anxiety among the population about this new tax system. And some donors have explained that they prefer to postpone their gift this year in order to understand a bit more what would be their buying capacity in 2019.
Are all French charities losing donations, or did they last year, or are some of them bucking the trend and actually getting more donations?
It's not true to every organization, because every organization is specific, of course. But it's a huge tendency among most of them. I will say that some charities were deeply rooted in all the different regions of France have some better results. We also know that charities working towards animal welfare or environment have better results than the others. But the overall big pictures is a significant drop for most of them.
One thing that's interesting for many people, many expats who live in France, in their home countries like the US or the UK, a lot of people give to charity by shopping in charity shops like Oxfam. That's not something we see here in France so much. Why is that?
It's true. Actually, it's something that is actually increasing in France. We definitely have a lot to do to increase more donation, to use some more incentive mechanism. Like we also have a big start in charity rounding up, which is quite something used already in the UK, and it's working very well. There are social media campaigns that are also very developing. So there is still a lot of potential for charities to raise some more money and to explain a bit more what is the impact of your donation towards the program.
Laurence Petit, thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us. You're from the association regrouping many French charities, France Générosité. Thank you so much.